Hey guys, it's Reese. In today's video, we're going to be doing my January TBR video. It is a very exciting thing for me to film because it is the start of the new year. It's the start of new reading year, and this TBR will basically determine how the beginning of my reading will go and how everything will turn out, to be honest. I'm excited for this because my month of December was not the best reading month. If you don't know, I work in retail. Working in retail during the holiday season is not for the weak. It's literally exhausting. It is tiring. And during the time when you come home, you do not want to pick up a book. I only got one day off. You only get like one day off for the week. You work 50 hours a week and stuff like that. It is very tiring. So I didn't get that much time to actually read for the month. So I'm hoping that with this all dying down, all the holiday and shopping and stuff like that, I can just sit back and actually do some reading. So I'm hoping that will happen for the month. So we're gonna go ahead and start choosing our TBR. We're gonna be using the TBR prompt jar. Again, I really like doing this. It is so fun for me. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and I decided to start off the new year, I'm gonna do 10, which I know is too much because last month I did 9, didn't even get through half of that, but I'm gonna do 10. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with choosing. I want to try to do like a good amount of both romance and fantasy or something like that, just so I have a good mix of the both. Will I regret it though? Probably, because even then, if I choose too many books, I always kind of like go through this thing of like, what should I read first? And I also have a lot of new books from Christmas as well, which I want to try to add onto this TBR, so we'll see how this goes. So we're gonna go ahead and shake it up and choose our first prompt for the January TBR. So we're gonna go ahead and choose the first one. Hopefully it's a good one, so we can have a good start. So just pick a book based in a magical world. Okay, love that. What book do I want for this prompt? I have a lot of books. I have a good amount of fantasies and stuff like that. I think for this prompt, I'm going to do a little bit of cheating. Was it cheating? Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of cheating because I'm going to do a book that I didn't get to read last month that I really want to read this month. It is a part of a magical universe. It is part of the Shadowhunter universe. It involves magic. I allow it. And that is, I don't have the dust jacket to it because like I said, I was going to read it last month and I didn't get to it. That is The Red Scroll of Magic by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Eldest Curse. I don't know if it's a duology by Cassandra Clare, but it's the next book I need to read to get back into more of the Shadowhunter universe. Because like I keep repeating myself, let's repeat myself again like a broken record. My goal this year, is to start the Dark Artifices and at least try to make even more of a dent into my Shadowhunter universe shrine. I've read a good amount. The last book I read was The Tales of Shadowhunter Academy, and this is the next book I need to read. It is a shorter book, so I think I can get through it pretty fast. But the only problem, like I said, is I just didn't have time to get into it. And I know I'm going to love it because it has Magnus and Alec in it. So we're going to go ahead and choose this one for this first prompt. Get this into the new year, starting off right with some Cassandra Clare, and do the Red Scroll of Magic. Is it a little bit of cheating? I don't think it's cheating. It is not cheating because technically it goes with the prompt. It's a magical world. There's warlocks. There's fae. There's a lot of stuff going on in that book. So very excited for that. Good start off with this TBR. Let's choose our next prompt. So prompt number 2 will be a yellow book. Okay. Ooh, a yellow book. My back hurts, so I don't feel like getting up, to be honest. But the only book I have that's like majority of yellow, hold on, let me double check before I finish that sentence, it's right here. So it's gonna be one I've actually wanted to read for a little bit, so I'm actually kind of excited for it. Is Better Than the Movie by Lynn Painter. This one is I believe this is YA romance. I could be wrong. Yes, I believe it is YA romance. And this one I believe is it Enemies to Lovers? Yes, I think he is enemies to lovers, and it's one I've been wanting to read for a while because I've heard it's so good, and the cover is so cute. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's a sequel coming out to this. At least I saw it on Barnes. I probably am tripping. I don't know, but this is one I've been wanting to read for a while, and it's of course yellow with the blue. I don't know what it is about this cover. It is so cute. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and of course choose this one for yellow on the cover as my next prompt. And it's also a romance, so love that for me. And then we're gonna go ahead and choose prompt number 3. So the next prompt we have a paperback. I already know what book I want for this prompt. Throw it down. This is a book I have been wanting to read ever since I read the last book in the series. This is the final book in the series for me, and I'm very pumped for it. And that is going to be Twisted Lies by Anna Hong. This is the fourth and final book in the Twisted series. This one follows Christian and Stella, and I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited for it. This is a lot of people's favorite Twisted series book. And what I've gotten a glimpse of from Christian and Stella from the books, it gets me hyped from this. I still think, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Stella is kind of left out a little bit more in the last couple of the three first books I've read, because I really don't feel like we get a lot of her, and I'm very excited to see her in her own book because she seems like a stunning young lady. And Christian, we'll see how he does. We'll see how this man is in this book. But I'm very excited for this. After this too, I will be done with this series, and I can probably kind of rank what my favorites are. So yeah, like I said, I can't describe how excited I am for this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and Twisted Lies on this TBR. Will it be probably my first read of next year? Probably. Wouldn't doubt it. So that's 3. Let's go ahead and go into prompt number 4. I really don't care what other books I choose from here. That is like the main one I wanted. So the next book I have is going to be a book set in a school or college. Oh, I think I already know which one I want for this one as well. It is going to be starting a new series for me, but it's one I've been wanting to read for a while and didn't get around to last year, and that is going to be The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is set in college, I believe. It's called Briarview University, something like that. But this has been one I've been wanting to read for a while. I've been wanting to get into hockey romances, and this one and Icebreaker are the only 2 I have, and I have the complete series of this. So if I want to go on into the series, I have all of them, so I don't have to like buy them, because technically I am still kind of on a book buying ban, not as strict as I was before, but yeah, I really want to read this so bad. So we're gonna go ahead and do The Deal by Elle Kennedy for this prompt. I'm so excited for this. Hopefully I end up liking it, because 1, I have the whole series, and 2, I've heard hockey romances are great. So we're gonna go ahead and choose prompt number 5. Okay, so let's choose the one in my hand. A book by author you love. Ooh, okay, so which one do I want to do? Do I want to do, well, I have L.A. Hazelwood, which, oh no, I think I read, never mind, I don't have that book on me. I was thinking Checkmate by L.A. Hazelwood, but I don't have that book yet. I asked for Christmas, but I didn't get it. So we won't do that one. What book do I want? Okay, I have Mia Sheridan. I've only read one book by Mia Sheridan, and that's what book is it? What book am I? Wait, what book was it? Archer's Voice. I read Archer's Voice, and I absolutely loved Archer's Voice, and I've been wanting to read more by her. Is she technically an author I love, though, to be going into that? I don't know. Ooh, actually, no, I have 2 other options down here. My leg is starting to hurt. Sorry if I'm moving around too much. I have 2 down here that have 2 authors that I really enjoy. So we have, the first one we have Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong. This is the final book in the whole, I forgot what it's called. It's called Shanghai Nights, like series in general, this is one I've been wanting to read for a while, but I've also been holding off because it's one that I'm so sad to say goodbye to be honest, because I love these characters. I love this series in general. So I'm very, very sad to be if I do read it, but I know it's one I need to read very soon. And then we have Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. This is I believe her new adult debut, which I think is a lot. I'm pretty sure Kingdom of the Feared is new adult, because that book is not YA whatsoever. I really did enjoy Kingdom of the Wicked, but I will say that series kind of went downhill a little bit. I did enjoy the series as a whole, but yeah, I did love the characters in the universe of that. And this one follows Envy, who is one of the princes, of course, the Princess of Hell and Wrath's brother. I've been wanting to read this one for a while as well. Ooh, I don't know which one I really want. I think I'm gonna do Foul Heart Huntsman, because it's one I've had a little bit longer, and it's one that I know it's a series and a universe I need to just finish up in general. But I don't want to, but I know I need to, because I've been dying to see what happens to, yeah, let's go ahead and do Foul Heart Huntsman for this prompt. Very excited about that. That is 5. Let's go on to prompt number 6. I'm having some really good books on here so far of ones that I've been really wanting to read. So we have, oh crap, a trilogy. God dang it. Okay, that's okay. That is okay. Hey, hey. Okay, so a trilogy. What trilogy do I want? Did I get... No, it's the quadruplet. What trilogy do I want? So the trilogies that I have right now, I have Ash Princess. I have Once Upon a Broken Heart. Romances. If we're talking about romances, I have My Fault by Mercedes Ron. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Most of You by Mia Sheridan, I believe, is only 3 books. I have Divergent, which is one I want to reread. So my question is, do I want to start a new trilogy or just continue on with one I have? Because if we continue with one I have, that's only going to be Most of You by Mia Sheridan. Or we can start another one of the romances that I have. How many romances do I have right now? I have 3. Yeah, it's going to have to be one of the romances. I think I want to do... Let me debate really quickly. Okay, so I kind of narrowed it down to either Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score or My Fault by Mercedes Ron. I don't know, because I've seen Culpa Mia, and I really did love that movie, so a part of me really wants to get into the book. But I've heard mixed things about this. Okay, this is why I'm apprehensive about this one. I've heard mixed things. I've heard it's either really, really good or it's terrible, which I don't like hearing about other people's opinions. I rather have my own opinions about books. But it's one that's intrigued me as well, because it's kind of different from what I have read so far. I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do My Fault by Mercedes Ron. Like I said, it's one I've been wanting to read for a while. And I feel like it's one I'm going to really like because I did love the movie. So, and the second book, I believe, finally came out in this, like, cover, like, published in general. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this. This was, I believe, did they say this was, like, a, kind of like, not a Wattpad book. What is it called? I don't know. But, very excited for this one. Let's go ahead and do My Fault. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 4 more. We have technically 4 romances. I want to try to do maybe 2 more fantasies. I wanted to do it in half, but we'll see how whatever other choosing I have will turn out to be. So let's go ahead and choose our next prompt. So the next prompt I have is read a new author. Okay. That is a lot of books that I can be reading from a new author. I have Hannah Grace by Icebreaker. I'm looking at the ones right in front of me. Hannah Grace by Icebreaker. I have Hooked by Ellie McIntyre. I have A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy. That one, though, it is the second book in a series, but I've been told you don't have to read them in order. But knowing me, in my weird self, I'm gonna have to read it over. Things We Never Got Over is also one that I can read. I have Wings of the Wall of Winnipeg. This one I barely got. It's a thicker book by Mariana Zapata. I think we want to go with, or I can do fantasy. Actually, you know what? No. Let me choose a fantasy because I feel like it's one I need to read. Which one do I have that it's by an author I haven't read? I've read Isabel Ibanez, Cassandra Clare, Karen Mascalco, Trisha Levenseller I have read. I don't like these. I do have a couple here. Is the Wrath of the Dawn fantasy? Actually, you know what? I can choose either of these because... Actually, no, I can't choose this one. Anne Young. I've read Fable. So let's go ahead and actually choose probably one of the new ones I got for Christmas. Because these two are duologies. So I don't get into like a whole big series with this. So we have The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee Audier. And then All the Stars and Teas by Alan Grace. I don't think... Wait, let me double check because I don't remember. I don't think I've read an Alan Grace book though. So we can do either of these. Like I said, it's a duology. So I really don't mind getting into a new author with these. Because a lot of the other ones I have that are fantasy are more, what's it called, are like trilogies and on. What do I want to do? And this is actually two I got for Christmas too. I think I kind of want to do, is this one about pirates? I think I want to do All the Stars and Teas. This one's actually really hard because these are two I've been wanting to read for a while. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do The Wrath of the Dawn. This has been one that's been on my radar for years. And I have yet to read it and stuff like that. And like I said, I got it for Christmas and I'm very excited to read it. And knowing me, I'm probably going to have to order the second book to this though. Because I'm probably going to want to read it like back to back, binge read it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee Audier. Of course, is an author I have yet to read. So very, very excited about that. So I believe that's, is that 7? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 3 more books to choose from. A book with a playlist. Okay. Let's see what we have here. The only I literally could have used Twisted Lies for that one because that one has a playlist. Okay, so if we're looking for a book with a playlist, I know Penelope Douglas's book. I know one of them does. I'm pretty sure Hooked does. Things We Never Got Over doesn't have one. Icebreaker does. I know Icebreaker does. Yeah, Things We Never Got Over doesn't have one. Falling Away. I believe all 3. No, I think this one does too. Actually, not that one. Like I said, I'm probably gonna read the first one to that one. So we do have 3 options. We have Hooked by Emily McIntyre, one I've been wanting to read for a while. We have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, one I've been wanting to read, and then Falling Away by Penelope Douglas. Also, one this actually was on my TBR 2 TBRs ago, and I didn't get to read it, but this one also has a playlist. Actually, talking about playlists, I feel like fantasy books should have playlists in them, like romance books. It'll be so much better because every time I read a fantasy book, I love how I'm on this this high note, this front card right now. I always want a playlist and I can never find a good one. So I feel like fantasy authors, please make playlists for your books. Like, I think it would be so much better for the reading experience, especially if you do listen to music like I do. I think it's great. So onto that, I think I kind of want to do. I don't think I'm going to do Icebreaker since I already have a hockey romance. I'm going to wait off on that one. So basically it is like, do I want to finish off this series I was supposed to finish off a while ago? Or do I want to go ahead and start a new one? I think I want to go ahead and do Falling Away by Penelope Douglas. Like I said, this has been one that I've been meaning to read and haven't gotten around to reading at all. And I know I'm going to enjoy it because this one follows Jax, who is Jared's brother from the first book, and Casey, who is Tate's best friend. And I've been meaning to finish off this series for a while. Even though technically this isn't the last book in the series, but it's the last book I'm going to be reading because the rest of them are either like novellas and stuff like that, and I really am not interested in those. I just want to read this one off because I really want to read the series with I believe the kids in this one, and I also want to start Devil's Night as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do Falling Away for this so that I can get it out of the way. I know I probably will read it really fast because I read the last couple books in this series really fast and I've really enjoyed them. So yeah, so that's 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more prompts. Hopefully, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to choose one more fantasy because there is a lot of romance on this, but I tend to read romance really fast. That's why I tend to pick it a lot more. Let's do this one right here. Where are all my papers at? They literally have been scattered all over the place. We have a billionaire romance. I only have one, I think. Literally Twisted Lies could have been this one as well. Okay. Do I only have one? I think I only have one, technically. Which I'm not mad about because this is actually a book I really want to read. So this one, I might not get to it only because it is a new release. This came out in November. Is it November? Yes, it did come out in November. And it's one I'm very hyped for, very excited for, because I love Lauren Asher so much. That is Love Redesigned. This is the first book in her new Lakeside Billionaire series. And this one follows Julian and Dahlia. You do see some of Julian in Final Offer, and this also is the same town of where Final Offer takes place. And I believe, when did I finish it? I think I finished it in November, and I was very excited for whenever this came out. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add this one to the TBR, guys, because you know what? I am crazy like that. So yeah, love that. Okay, I'm gonna try to hopefully I can get to one more fantasy, because that's literally 1, 2, 3. That's 6 romances. And only 3 like fantasy or like other type of books. So hopefully we'll see if I get to a fantasy. If we don't, it's fine. We shall see. So the 10th and final prompt for this TBR is going to be, drumroll please, the second book in a series. Okay. What books do I have that I'm in the middle of a series of? Okay, so we're going off for romance. Do I have any fantasies that I'm in the middle of? I do have a couple, actually. Where is it at? There you are. I do have Night Vane by Alex Astor. This is the second book in a series that I was reading. I do also have Adam's Tithe by Hannah Parker, which is up there. But these 2 are actually books I really want to reread the first book to. So technically I can put Light Lark because I have it on audiobook. I can do that. I was listening to it the other day too. So I could do that. Or, you know what? If I can find the book, where is it at? I think it's over here somewhere. In like a pile. Yeah, it's right here. I think I'm going to do Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn. This is the second book in the, I don't know if it's called the Only a Monster trilogy, but it's a trilogy I really enjoyed the first book too. I read the first book about a year ago, and literally after that book ended, I'm like, I need the second book right away, and I have yet to read it. So I need to read this book. So I think I'm going to go ahead and choose this one for this prompt, because it is technically like the only other book I know that I can read through and be fine without reading the first book, because I remember actually the first book pretty well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this one for this prompt. So we're gonna do Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn. That, guys, is gonna be my final TBR. That looked like it was gonna fall. So we have a good amount of books here. This is a lot of books. Will I read through all of these? Of course I will not, but I will read through a good amount. So we're gonna go ahead and do, oh my gosh, of course it all fell. We're gonna do a little bit more of a rapid what's it called, wrap up? Yeah, a rapid wrap up of what I chose. So the first book I ended up choosing was The Red Skull and Magic by Cassandra Clare, and I forgot his name. Is it John something Chu. This is the first book in the Elder's Curse series, and I'm very, very excited for that. Then we have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. We also will have Twisted Lies by Anna Hong, which is the fourth and final book in the Twisted series. We have The Deal by Ellen Kennedy, which is the first book in the Off Campus series. We have Foul Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong, which is the final book in the Shanghai, I think it's called Shanghai Night series, something like that. Then we have My Fault by Mercedes Ron, which is the first book in the, is it called My Fault series? Right there. We have Renee Audier by The Wrath and the Dawn, which is the first book in the Wrath and the Dawn trilogy. We have Falling Away by Penelope Douglas, which is the final book, well, at least my final book in the Fallen Away series. We have Love to Redesigned by Lauren Asher, which is the first book in the Lakeside Billionaire series. And then we have Never a Hero, which is the second book in the Only a Monster series. So I have, oh goodness, let's try. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 books that are starting a series. I have 1, 2, 3 that are finishing a series, 1 standalone. Well, technically, The Red School of Magic, it's technically the beginning of a series, but it's not going to be the beginning of like a series for me, so we're not going to count that one. And then 2 that are like in the middle of a series I'm reading. So yeah, that is my whole TBR, guys. That is big. That is amazing, to be honest, and it's a really good selection to be that I get to choose from. In general, there's a lot of romance, so I feel like I'm gonna get through those romances like nothing else. But that is going to be the final of the TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It ended up being a little longer than I wanted it to be, but that is okay. I need to start reorganizing my bookshelf now, because now I have room a little bit to start moving around. I still have books on my floor from Christmas. I have so much organizing to do and everything like that, but I will let y'all guys go. I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know which book in general from the TBR you guys are very excited for. Let me know what you're reading for the new month, for the new year in general, and your reading goals as well. I will see y'all guys next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.